session. No roll call vote. At this time, I need a motion to approve our minutes from March 3rd, 2025 regular meeting.
Make motion to approve our March 3rd regular meetings as presented.
Any discussion? Roll call vote. Council Phillips.
Yay.
Councilor Tapley.
Yay.
Councilor Hardy.
Yay.
Councilor Eric Brown.
Yay.
Chair. Yay. At this time, I need a motion for approval of agenda for tonight, March 17th regular meeting.
Make motion to approve the agenda for March 17th. Second.
Any discussion? Roll call vote. Councilor Phillips.
Yay.
Councilor Tapley.
Yay.
Councilor Hardy.
Yay.
Councilor Eric Brown.
Yay.
Chair. Yay. At this time, we will hear reports from Standing Committee, Finance Committee. Our Finance Department and Revenue Department are doing their job with collecting business license fees and all of that good stuff. They continue to move. Ms. Romney's continue to do a great job as well. We appreciate the work that they do. We ask them to keep moving on. We appreciate them. Public Safety Committee, Councilor Eric Brown.
The Citizen Public Safety Academy has been rescheduled to March 25th. You can call Captain McKee at 256-329-2470. A new officer has been hired, Jerry Hunter and Lee McCullum. We thank you to the officers and dispatchers for their hard work during the storms this past weekend. With Alexander City Fire Department recently completed final inspection on the impressive Stupin SP70, whatever that is, complete with a 470-gallon water tank, 30-gallon foam tank, 2,000 gallon per minute pump and more. This single axle aerial platform is ready to get to work with the Station 2. The Alexander City Fire Department also wants to remind everyone to change the batteries on their smoke alarms if they forgot to do it when we move to daylight savings time. Remember to change your clocks, change your batteries. Thank you.
Utilities Committee, Councilor Phillips.
The water department, we're washing the basins for the first time this year, 6 of those. They hold approximately 487,000 gallons of water. Doing some painting and maintenance. And then all the samples have been taken for the consumer confidence report. I'm assuming that it says that's being prepared now. And then for the sewer department, the first 2 of our clarifiers at Sugar Creek are scheduled for upgrades and close to completion. And I'd also like to say that, what was that storm? Saturday night? Just saw 11:30 at night, saw a lot of our folks, public safety guys all the way over there in Jackson's Gap, taking help over at the fire department in Jackson's Gap. So appreciate all them coming over to volunteer to help. So.
Parks and Recreation, I'm gonna stand in for Councilor Chris Brown. The Sportsplex, we will be hosting our 2nd annual Easter egg hunt at the Sportsplex for ages 0 to 12 on Saturday, March 29th. The event starts at 9 a.m. with inflatables, music, and more. The El Cajache entrance will be closed down, so the entry will only be permitted on the Highway 22 entrance side. Registration will be at the entrance to the gym parking lot in front of the Trailblazers. All hunts start at 10 a.m. Baseball, softball opening day will be held Saturday, April the 5th at field number 1 in the Sportsplex. Ceremonies will begin around 8 a.m., so come early. There will be a $5 entry fee for adults. Children under the age of 12 are free. Good luck to our 8U basketball team this weekend in Tuscaloosa at the boys state basketball tournament. Our boys will tip off pool play Friday night at 6:45 p.m. against Grant. We want to thank Commissioners Coley and Robinson for giving the guys a gift of their hotel fees for going there, so we appreciate that. We are now accepting applications for lifeguards for this upcoming summer. Please contact HR or Megan Blake at ACPR for more details. We want to thank Ms. Romey and the finance team. We were able to collect all the funding needed to start construction of the playground at 6th Street Park. Construction should begin sometime in April. The golf course did sustain minor damage from the storm this past weekend. We've got a tree down on 4 and irrigation line struck by lightning on 6. The staff has already got the majority of the debris cleaned up, so go out and play around the golf this week. Airport had a busy February, and we look forward to even more traffic as the weather improves. Public Works Committee, Council President Pro Tem Hardy.
I don't have too much other than, it's good to see some of the prep work for some more paving going around in the community. No one road in particular that, Madam President, and I share, I know a lot of people will be excited about that one, so, just stay tuned for that as we continue to see more of that.
Buildings and Property, Councilor Tapley.
John at the library said that they'll plan to have a one-on-one instruction in basic computer operations. So if you're interested, you can call out there to inquire on it. Said they did have a drawing class on March 13th at 7 people showed up for it. They're going to plan another class for April the 10th. He said they still have a few slots available. And they said they will have a trial run on basic cursive writing within the next few weeks. So that's forgotten art and the folks of this time. And then he said just physical checkouts for books are up 13% from the same time in March of 2024. So a lot of people are going out using their library.
No reports from special committee. At this time, I will open a public hearing. I will open a public hearing to rezone 3 different properties, to rezone approximately 120.86 acres of property located at River Oaks Drive from low density residential R1 to lakefront residential SD1. This is sponsored by Councilor Chris Brown. Number 2, to rezone approximately 16.44 acres of property located at Elks Parkway from reserve residential RR and planned development PD to reserve residential RR, sponsored by Councilor Chris Brown. Number 3, to rezone approximately 60 acres of property located on Alabama Highway 63 South from light industry I1 to high density residential R3. This is also sponsored by Councilor Chris Brown. We are opening it and no one signed up to speak at these, so we will also close these as well. I would like to say before I close this that all 3 of these fall within our comprehensive plan. Number 3 on that list, Highway 63 actually includes some sewer customers as well. So we are continuing to move in the right vein in Alexander City. So we're going to close those. Now we will entertain a report on status of city finances from Ms. Romy Stats, our finance director.
Okay, if you guys will look at the banking statement balances, you'll notice that with the 1-year comparison, there's about a 4% increase from last year, which is what we've kind of seen as we've compared over the last year. 1.6 million above this time in 2024. Also, you'll see that from last month to this month, there's a little bit of a decrease, but that's normal fluctuation. The one thing I do want to bring to your attention is the utility collection account. You see what that balance is compared to last year. Only 7 million dollars, a good deal. But just to know that finance is watching that, and as I said last month, and I'll say it again, this is due to being proactive now rather than being reactive. There are a lot of things in our sewer department, as you know, sewer has been a hot topic, electric, gas, and water that was just not done, and we're trying to correct those errors so we won't have these issues going forward. So that's the reason for those. But I am keeping a watch on them. I do have an amount that I would not allow that account to go under. But something, a bit of hope, that $1.5 million CD that we have, $1 million of that is utilities. So we do have that, and also there's $756,000 that hasn't been transferred over that's in our Squaresfield bank. Okay, so looking at our financial summary, at this point in the year, most accounts should have between 57 and 58% of their total yearly amount available. For those that are below that threshold, if you will look at encumbered, typically that amount is high because I kind of let departments do their encumbering as they choose. Some of them choose to do it for the year, some of them do it for a month. So that has an effect on their overall percentages. But there aren't any that I'm concerned about at the moment. If I was, they would have already received something from me. The only ones that are Really below that are the ones that we talked about last month as well, and that is the sewer capital, and that is because of the grants that we receive, ARPA from the county, and the other grants from the state that we haven't received those funds yet. So that, our ACRIP is a little below, but that's fine, we have ACRIP money. We didn't know exactly how much the bid would come in, so what was put in the budget is a little less than what the bid came in, so that's not an issue. And the other thing is airport, and again, that's reimbursements that we haven't received yet. So those are all things that would be concerning to me if I was sitting in this seat. But as always, if you have questions, you can ask.
Finance and accounting was at 56%. Finance and accounting was at 56%. You know, it was
What
below
is
that.
it?
It was, I'm giving you.
Any other questions for Ms. Rowling? As always, her door is open if you have any questions or comments for her, she's happy to take those. At this time, we have a proclamation from National Gas Workers Day, March 18th.
Chris, you reading that? Was that me? I don't think I
I
have it.
who's reading it?
You got a copy of it?
I know.
Well, let's just say that, March 18th is National Gas Workers Day. You got a copy of it?
I do not, but
Okay, well, come up and say something about your, National Gas Workers Day, since you don't have a copy of the proclamation.
Many times I've done it, I probably wing it.
Right. No, this is just to recognize our guys. This day is picked because there was an explosion in 1937 in Texas that led to the enhanced safety and widespread odorization of natural gas.
Thank you so much. We appreciate all that you all do. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
No unfinished business, new business, number 1.
The first 3 are unfinished.
The first 3. Oh, the ordinance is to rezone, I'm sorry. Number 1, I'm sorry, y'all.
Okay.
We do have unfinished business. Number 1 is the ordinance to rezone approximately 186 acres of property located at River Oaks. And I would like to approve all 3 of these once, under consent agreement.
Can I?
You have to vote to put them on a consent agenda.
I would like to put all 3 of these on the consent agenda since they're all ordinance to rezone. So I make a motion to place these on consent agenda.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
I would just like to say that I talked to Amanda on number 3, just in case anybody looks on that property, on their, zoning on their, online, it shows that property is a B3 instead of light industrial, but Amanda said that was a change that was done, that our maps hadn't been updated, so she clarified that, so I appreciate her doing so.
I do have one question or point on number 1. Obviously, I live over there. Do we have any design yet, Drew? Do you know about where that road would come through over the River Oaks from where we're rezoning this?
There's a very preliminary design, but there is not a preliminary plan.
Okay.
So we're voting to place them on consent agenda. We have a motion and a second. Counselor Phillips,
Yay.
Counselor Tapley,
Yay.
Counselor Hardy,
Yay.
Counselor Eric Brown,
Yeah.
Chair. At this time, I need a motion to approve all 3 ordinances.
Make a motion to approve all 3 ordinances as presented.
second.
Any discussion? Roll call vote. Counselor Phillips,
Yay.
Counselor Tapley,
Yay.
Counselor Hardy,
Yay.
Counselor Eric Brown,
Yay.
Chair, yay. New business number 4.
Resolution to award bid number 25-08 to Tri-State and Urban Utilities for materials for light department, ALDOT project number VR-0063507, Highway 63.
We need a motion to approve the resolution as written.
Make a motion to approve the resolution as written.
Second.
Any discussion?
I'd just like to say real quick, this is funded solely by the state. So.
Any other discussion? Roll call vote, Counselor Phillips,
Yay.
Counselor Tapley,
Yay.
Counselor Hardy,
Yay.
Counselor Eric Brown,
Yay.
Chair, yay. Number 5,
Resolution to authorize the mayor to enter into a contractual agreement with Lewis Pest Control for termite treatment at a cost not to exceed $650 at Adelia M. Russell Library.
we need a motion to approve the resolution as written.
Make a motion to approve the resolution as written.
Second.
Any discussion?
I would like to say I've talked to John about these, we probably will look at rebidding these. It's been the same for the last several years at $650, and it's kind of high for a termite renewal. It's normally less than that. I know, Mike has been bidding out all the other buildings, so maybe something we'll look at next year before this comes up again.
Counselor Tapley, that's been discussed, and he's made a note on his calendar when the other one comes due to do it in one.
Sounds great, thanks.
Any other discussion? Roll call vote, Counselor Phillips,
Yay.
Counselor Tapley,
Yay.
Counselor Hardy,
Yay.
Counselor Eric Brown,
Yay.
Chair, yay. Number 6,
Resolution to appoint voting delegates for the 2025 annual business meeting at the Alabama League of Municipalities Convention.
I move to amend line 12 by filling in the blank with Counselor Bobby Tapley and line 14 by filling in the blank with Mayor Woody Baird.
Second. Oh, excuse me, my bad.
I made a
Oh,
motion,
okay.
you did right. Any discussion? This is a motion to approve the amendments to that resolution. Roll call vote, Counselor Phillips,
Yay.
Counselor Tapley,
Yay.
Counselor Hardy,
Yay.
Counselor Eric Brown,
Yay.
Chair, yay. Now I need a motion to approve the resolution as amended.
Make a motion to approve the resolution as amended.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call vote, Counselor Phillips,
Yay.
Counselor Tapley,
Yay.
Counselor Hardy,
Yay.
Counselor Eric Brown,
Yay.
Chair, yay. At this time, I need a motion to suspend the rules in order to bring 2 items from the floor. So I need a motion to suspend the rules.
Make a motion to suspend the rules.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call vote, Counselor Phillips,
Yay.
Counselor Tapley,
Yay.
Counselor Hardy,
Yay.
Counselor Eric Brown,
Yay.
Chair, yay. Now that the items are properly before us, number 1 is a resolution to declare personal property no longer needed for municipal use and the sale to Mark C. Pope Associates. I need a motion to approve this resolution as written.
Make a motion to approve the resolution as written.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call vote, Counselor Phillips,
Yay.
Counselor Tapley,
Yay.
Counselor Hardy,
Yay.
Counselor Eric Brown,
Yay.
Chair, yay. Number 2 is a resolution to rescind the declaration of emergency. I need a motion to approve this resolution as written.
Make a motion, we rescind this resolution as presented.
Second.
Any discussion?
Just glad we didn't have to use it. Yeah.
So thankful we didn't have to use it.
Thank the mayor and staff, kind of being proactive, so we would have been ready.
It was a good idea to come in on Friday instead of having to come in on Saturday night. That was a great call. We appreciate the mayor and staff for that. Roll call vote, Counselor Phillips,
Yay.
Counselor Tapley,
Yay.
Counselor Hardy,
Yay.
Counselor Eric Brown,
Yay.
Chair, yay. No one signed up for public comments. At this time, we will hear comments from the mayor.
I'd just like to say thank you to the council for giving us the emergency declaration Friday night. I thank God that we didn't need it, but we were highly blessed because that was the potential for that situation was extremely high, and we lucked out. We did real good. We ended up with 120 people in this building and taking shelter, and probably gonna have to do some adaptations in the future if we're gonna open this up and have that many people in here. 120 people, 5 cats. Anyway, we weathered through it, and about 12:30, 1 a.m. or so, we kinda got that all clear, so we told them they could go home if they wanted to, and thank God they all left. Anyway, like I said, we were prepared, and I would like to thank the staff that, for preparing and being ready for us. I know we had a few trees across the road, so they immediately went out and got them up, and, we've got a great staff. And, one thing I was telling y'all about going to NLC a while ago, and one of the things I forgot to say, the primary topic of conversation up there was housing. Affordable workforce housing. That was just, that was every seminar we went in, every, session, they're talking about housing. And so that's, I think, our comprehensive plan states that, our strategic plan states that, and I think that is needs to be our focus.
Comments from our finance director?
No comment.
Comments from the city clerk?
We have an extra week between meetings this time, so we will be back here on April 7th at 5:30.
Comments from the council? Councilor Phillips?
I'd just like to also reflect, how thankful we are. This past weekend, we escaped that. Agreed with everybody that the mayor putting that together ahead of time. It's the best thing we can do. We've seen examples of that be terribly the opposite when people did not do that across this country. We definitely dodged a bullet. The interesting thing about it is a little town called Rolla, Missouri got hammered, and that's actually where I was born. So started my wrestling career there. So prayers to all those folks, because it's a small town, small community. They don't have a lot of resources.
Councilor Tapley?
I think everybody's coming out tonight. I would like just recognize Randy Thomas, who passed away last week. Just remember his family in prayers. I think he gave us, 40 years of his life to the city, working for the city. So we should recognize those who've worked for us that has passed on. Sandra, good to see you here with all you do with tourism. Steve, good to see you here as well. All y'all do with us land. And Casey, thanks for getting another grant for 6th Street Park. It takes great people in this community to do great things, and thank y'all for everything each one of y'all do. That's all. Thank you.
Council President Pro Tem Hardy?
Just thank you guys for your attendance this evening. This council continues to work in conjunction with the mayor and his staff and trying to figure out the most proactive and beneficial policies and procedures for our community. So today's conversation in our work session, I think, is good and something that hopefully we continue to see more of, where there's engagement amongst the staff, the mayor's office, and the council. To Councilman Tapley's point, if you haven't had an opportunity to check out all the great things that Lake Martin Tourism is doing, Lake Martin Taples County Tourism is doing, please do so. Their social media content is phenomenal, and there's a rebuild happening or some updating of the things that are happening on the website. There's a new app that will be available to the community very soon. So there's a lot of exciting things happening that our community will be a part of as well. So Sandra, you and your team are doing a phenomenal job, and I'm glad that the partnership is working the way that we intended. I hope everybody else has a great rest of the week. Thank you.
Councilor Eric Brown?
Thank you, everybody, for coming out. It's always nice to have a good crowd. Thank you, mayor and staff, everybody who was ready for potential this weekend. Thankfully, we did not see any of that. Just thank you to everybody in this community that does a whole lot of work, that never gets a thank you, that volunteers a lot of time. There's a whole lot of people, as Bobby said, that makes this a wonderful place to live. And at the same note, brought my attention that there's been some very aggressive driving that has been experienced in the area. So some of it's young people, some of it's a little bit older people nonetheless, but it's a small town. You can get anywhere you want to be within 5 or 10 minutes. So I have to tell myself this all the time: slow down and chill out. We all have to live here together. So just take a deep breath. You're always where you're supposed to be. Thank you, guys. Have a good week.
I want to thank the mayor and his staff for doing an awesome job. I want to thank the council members, all those who were able to come out to make sure we had a quorum on Friday, those that were out of pocket, but we appreciate everybody letting us know we got that taken care of. I appreciate the opportunity to serve with you all. At this time, I need a motion to adjourn this meeting in honor of Mr. Randy Thomas.
Make a motion. We adjourn him and honor him.
Second.
Any discussion?
Yes, thank you, Randy, for all your hard work. Thank you, his family for sharing him with this city, because he did a whole lot he worked his butt off to make this a better place. Thank you.
Kudos, and our prayers are with his family. At this time, I'm actually gonna do roll call vote. Counselor Phillips.
Yay.
Counselor Chapman.
Yay.
Counselor Hardy.
Yay.
Counselor Eric Brown.
Yay.
Chair. Yay. Thank y'all.
Yeah, and he had to put Lynn Riley on.